Hey Internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the John Grave Show. This week in Erased. Well, it's actually it's actually a little bit more straightforward this week than how most of the other episodes kind of have been going so far. To whereas that they've all been talking about time and things changing and everything like that. This one's actually way more straightforward in terms of the police are they're hot on Satoru's tail and that they're watching Irie because they really believe that she's an accomplice, because of course she's like a 17-year-old girl hanging around with this guy and she's constantly trying to help him, or he's a stalker out there who pretty much was a co-worker, and because somebody framed him for like killing his mother and there's no other evidence or like anything else like that, pretty much about like what happened, everybody just sort of like assumes that Satoru was just like this monster or this kind of crazy guy over there who like just likes to kill people and then just moved on from there. The cool thing is though is the fact that his mother's coworker is still actually trying to talk to him and try to sort of drop information, or at least he's trying to let him know it's like that whatever his mother was going through was that she had already found out who the guy was, where what he was doing, and also how he actually set all this stuff up, which as we know already was some of the reason why she was killed. The problem with that is that she didn't give him a name and she didn't give him any information. She was trying to wait until she physically saw him to drop all this information up on top of him, or at least her old coworker and stuff like that, and tell him listen, all this happened and this guy pretty much was just he framed my son's friend and stuff like that, which really isn't all that good. But still, though, it is actually pretty interesting, though, how the most interesting thing about this episode was the craziest fact was that how that this guy who was a manga artist and all the rest of this other stuff and had all these crazy ideas and everything, just one person dies and they're it's a little bit too coincidental as to how, in terms of June, however, when he was taken to jail, that one seemed a bit more realistic, because that one, when they were talking about that crime, or at least that case, they actually had a pretty detailed breakdown as to what happened in terms of as prior to the time when Satoru, when he was a kid, he went out and he went to go check on what's her name in the shed and stuff like that, and she was missing. They have a very detailed reason for that. Whereas in Satoru's case, if you really look at the case, and now the cops have him at the end of this episode, really there's no real reason for him to have killed his mother, if you really think about it, because it's why would he have stabbed his mother? There really is no reason for that. And besides, even if he did, it's really, I don't believe there were any, I think that he was the one person in any anime fiction story to never touch the knife. So pretty much the question is even if he was there, the thing is though is that it's still a little bit too early, because they can still judge by the time of her death and the time of the wound, especially since he was gone already. But that's me using logic and something like this. So yeah, beef where they had their time to explain. But till then though, we do see, or at least Satoru, he does see who the killer is. Now honestly, it's a good chance that he may go back in time and try to solve this, but I have no idea. He did see his eyes though, but who knows what's going to happen in the beginning of the next episode. So I'll catch you guys on the next John Grave Show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.